Hello everyone, I'm Sammy from HackerBot.net, and today I'm going to show you 3 methods on how to hack Android games that together will allow you to hack pretty much any game as long as it's on Android, alright? Doesn't matter whether you're on a phone, on a tablet, on an emulator, whatever. These methods will work for you. Now the cheats that you will be able to activate depend on the game. Of course, online games are slightly harder to hack than offline games. However, bots can be used in online games, which is awesome. And I'm also going to show you a method of doing that at the end of this video. However, before we get started, little public service announcement, okay? Any online generators that promise you unlimited gems, premium currency, gold, whatever, for online games, okay? The kind of game that when you disconnect from your Wi-Fi and you disable data, they don't work. That's an online game, okay? Online games. There's no generators, no hacks for premium currencies in those games. Anyone that's offering you one of those fake human verification survey scam thingies, don't trust them, they're all scams, okay? Public service announcement. Now, let's go to some real cheats right now, okay? The first method I'm going to show you is one that I offer on HackerBot.net, and that is a service that allows you to search for legitimate cheats. Now, you can do this either by downloading our HackerBot APK, link in description below, or you can simply go to your local Google's or search engine and Google HackerBot, which will allow you to find our website, and there you will find the Find Cheats button, okay, which is this one right here. Find cheats, find free cheats. This essentially is a search engine for legitimate cheats, which allows you to skip all the fake generators, the survey scams, human verification, whatever's, all the fakes, all the viruses, all the malware. What we essentially did is we made a custom search engine which only searches legitimate websites that actually create actual cheats, where actual cheats and hacks and mods are posted for Android and other games. Alright, so let's just go for example, Clash of Clans mod APK 2019, right? So you should enter as much information as you can do. In this case, I only went for the game name. I'm looking for a mod, and in 2019. All right. So what's coming up is actual mods. So this one is for version 11.651.10 with private server, which is basically they're emulating the server of the game in order to enable more powerful cheats. But anyways, all you have to do, go to HackerBot.net, find cheats. Search for your game, search ideally for the build as well. So the build will be version 11.6.51 in this case. You want to be very specific because, of course, every time a game updates its APK, all modded APKs also have to be updated. So any modded APK is specific to one game version. So if you want to find the latest and best and working mods, you're going to want to look for it that way. You can do the same with just going for hack instead of mod. Just enter your game here, same thing. Yeah, same. Anyways, so that is the first method that I would recommend you use. I'm of course using HackerBot APK. You can download it at the link in the description or just at HackerBot.net. Now, this will work for, let's say, 90% of games, around that. Because, of course, there's not always going to be working hacks available for any given game, since, of course, as I've already mentioned, every time a game gets updated, the mods and hacks also have to get updated, which means there is some downtime between the release of a new version and the mods being updated or the hacks being updated. So, if you want to create your own hacks, then here's the second method. It's a lot more complicated, but it does work for every game that has a client, which at the moment is pretty much every game, okay? So that is the use of cheating and hacking tools, all right? So a great example for that is Game Guardian, for example. There's also Lucky Patcher, there's also Crehack, Xmod Games, Freedom APK, Game CAH. There's a bunch of them. Wait, ignore this real quick. You will need a rooted device for this. I recommend using an emulator. I'm using Nox at the moment. It allows you to turn on root and turn it off whenever you want, so you don't have to actually root your actual Android device. When it comes to modded apps that you can find, for example, on HackerBot APK, some of them will require a root. Most of them, however, don't. Okay, so that is great about mods. They're the most easy way of doing this kind of thing, of cheating in Android games. Using tools is a lot harder. There's also like there's a tutorial at hackerbot.net. You'll find the link in the description where you can learn to use memory editing software like Cheat Engine, Game Guardian, Game Killer, and so on, to modify game values and get your own hacks working that way. So follow the link in the description for that. Now the third method is mostly for online games, okay? So your Clash of Clans, Clash of Kings, whatever else is popular these days, all the hero collection games, all the idle games, all the team tactics games where they have abilities and kill stuff. So a lot of these have autoplay, of course, which makes it incredibly easy to create bots. Now the software I use is this one. Essentially what you need is an emulator like this one. Link in description for emulators as well. It's all in one tutorial. You'll find all the links to the emulators, the search engine, the custom search engine for legitimate cheats. You'll find all the links there, so I recommend you go there. So I'm using Nox at the moment. At the moment it's one of the better ones. So you need an emulator, a PC of course, to run the emulator on, and then a macro recorder and editor. So what a macro recorder and editor will allow you to do is to record your mouse movements and your clicks and your swipes and your actions in a game. It will also allow you, this particular one, to recognize visuals and then do things depending on what visuals are visible where on the screen. So that's one of the advanced functions that this one has, which is why I highly recommend it. Again, link in the description below for that one too. So what this allows you to do is record stuff. So for example, I'm gonna record me going into HackerBot APK, scrolling around, going to the main page, and so on, right? It records stuff. That's essentially what it does. And going to the find cheats section, then entering something like Roblox. So, and then going for that. So we're going to stop recording now, and you see we have all these key presses, movements of the mouse, delays in between recorded, which then easily allows us to compile that into a bot. Now usually what you're going to do is you're going to create a closed loop, okay? For example, I'm starting at hackerbot.net, the main page, right? Then I'm completing a loop. I'm going to free cheats, I'm going to search for something, and I'm going back to hackerbot.net, the main page. So that's a closed loop, okay? You want to end up in the same screen or in the same how shall I say, state as you began. And then what you can do using these macros is you can just play it infinitely, okay? Play it X times, enter 0 for infinite, okay? And then you have a bot that infinitely repeats what you just did. So in a lot of games you can just record yourself doing one mission, right? Or a set of missions. Maybe one where you spend stamina, maybe one where you spend some kind of tokens, maybe one doing one guild or clan battle, and then returning to the main screen. Then you just record all that, you play it as an infinite loop, and you're essentially infinitely farming whatever these missions allow you to farm. So you're farming unlimited gems, unlimited whatever. You can complete your daily tasks that way automatically. All you need is a macro editor, or a macro recorder rather, and editor ideally, and an emulator. Of course, connect to your Google account and so on, and you'll be able to basically infinitely farm resources in these online games, especially online games. There are some offline games where that stuff works too and works well, but usually it's online games where this works best. Anyways guys, thanks you guys very much for watching. Please head over to hackerbot.net to get all the links to find legitimate cheats, and never ever forget, don't trust the fake generators and scams out there. There's a bunch of them, bunch of fakes. Keep it real. There's a lot of cheats that sound good in theory, but they're just not possible. So if something sounds too good to be true, don't trust it. It's a lesson for life and for gaming. Thanks you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later on HackerBot.net.